Good morning. Okay, so I'm just out on my walk and I got thinking. So are you failing at meditation? Are you failing to hear your inner self because you're so busy, you're so filled with noise the rest of your day? Meaning we've got iPhones going, we've got podcasts going, we've got the TV on, we've got people talking to us, we've got email coming in. We've got a million things on our to-do list. Today's society is great at multitasking. Everyone knows that, right? We all know how to do, 10,000 things at once. Not only are we doing so much at once, but we're hearing so much at once. It's rare that we're walking silently in the woods listening to the birds or listening to the waves. It's very, very rare. Now, our biology and what we evolved to do was be silent and, do single tasking, not multitasking, one task at a time. And, when we wrote Hunting and Gathering, we were listening for animals, we were listening for predators, we were listening for our prey, and we were listening to the waves and the birds and the sounds and the chirps, and we were walking. When we were, gathering or doing a single task like opening shells, maybe we were, maybe we were descaling a fish, or maybe we were opening a whole whack of chestnuts that we found. Whatever we were doing, we were sitting there listening. We were single tasking. And we had enough time that we just kind of fell into rhythms. We fell into a rhythm walking, we fell into a rhythm doing a single task. We had lots of time for contemplation. We had time to sit, we had time to talk, and we had time to think. But in today's day and age, we're so bombarded with sound and entertainment and electronics. I have to switch hands here, sorry. Hang on. My dog's in one hand and my phone's getting heavy in the other. So we had all this time, right? But now we're bombarded. Just think of how much noise is around you, right? All day long. TVs, podcasts, phones. How many stimulants, right, are around you? How many jobs and go and cars and rushing here and rushing there? There were no cars back in the day, right? We were walking. We were contemplating as we were walking. We had time to hear our souls. And today we turn them off because there's so much blasting around them that we just can't hear them. Now, I know many of you, myself included, go like, oh man, I didn't have time to meditate today, or you can't carve out that half an hour chunk of time because you have kids and responsibilities and jobs and, tasks and all these sounds and noises coming at you. And then you get down on yourself and you think like, oh, I didn't even have time to do that. But my suggestion to you today is don't worry about finding the time to meditate if you can't. What I urge you to do instead, just for a couple days, maybe 2 or 3 days, try this instead of a formal sort of act of meditating or walking or doing an activity, is just turn the noise off. Turn your TVs off, turn your podcasts off, turn all the noise off. If you have kids running around your house screaming, or if you just can't get away from noise, put in earplugs, soundproof earplugs, or wear those soundproof headphones that people wear to cut the grass and that children with autism use. Buy a pair, put them on, drown the sound out. Basically, everything you do when you get in the car, don't turn on the radio. When you're doing the dishes, don't have the TV going. When you're on your walk, turn off your music or your podcasts. Listen to yourself. Just throughout the day, try to listen to yourself. Try to walk with yourself through the day. I know this sounds strange, but just try to do everything that you're doing in a day, but walk with yourself. Listen to yourself. Try to find this space organically and naturally without having to force it. Get into a rhythm. Hear those whispers. Hear your soul. So today, I'm urging you to just to not have to sit and force a meditation, but rather to turn off all the sound, all the distractions, even for 24 hours. Every single, be committed to it. Every single sound, every single distraction, every single exterior noise that doesn't need to be there, and fall into a rhythm of listening, of noticing, of hearing yourself, you'll be surprised what will happen when you're, making a cup of tea and you're just making the tea, or when you're doing the dishes and you're just doing the dishes. Your mind will wander. You'll get into sort of a daze. Your subconscious mind can run. It can think. It can have time and space to breathe. When you go for your walk, silence. Just be with yourself. 24 hours or for 48 hours. That's what I'm asking you to do today. And just see, listen, feel into it. Get into the groove and let your soul just be alive with you and come on the adventure of your day with you. Let it be there. If it's saying good things, if it's thinking about random dreams or crazy things, maybe it's wanting you to notice its sadness or its sorrows. But just listen, be there with it. Walk through the day with your soul. Today, go ahead and do it.